It's Confident Computing number 868. Why backups might not save you from ransomware. Hi everyone, Leo Notenboom here with this week's video summary of my weekly email newsletter, Confident Computing. If you're not getting it in your inbox every Tuesday, go visit askleo.com/newsletter and sign up today. So, ransomware. We hear about it. I mean, it's like you can't turn on the news or open a news website, without hearing some late story about somebody, some company being impacted by ransomware. Quite literally, the day before recording this, there's been a new news story about some couple of hundred companies all infected with ransomware because of a supply chain attack. So, ransomware is bad, don't get me wrong, but it is just a form of malware. Now, one of the things we can take a little bit of solace in, I guess, is that it's mostly targeting larger companies these days, because that's where the money is, apparently. It's not that we aren't vulnerable as individual users. We absolutely are. But to the extent that ransomware authors are targeting, they're targeting bigger companies. But they're also changing their tactics. In addition to encrypting files and holding them for ransom, which is something you can protect yourself with good backups, they're also stealing the data and holding that for ransom, threatening to release it publicly. Now, again, for small potatoes like you and I, that may not be a big deal, but for large companies, that can be a very, very serious thing. So, ransomware. Your backups might not protect you from everything that's coming at you, is this week's featured article. Also this week, the report spam button. Do you know how to use it properly? And yes, there is a properly. There are times when you absolutely should not use it, and there are times when you should. Why shouldn't I use the report spam or junk button? Covers the topic. Do you have an older machine, something you'd like to maybe have last a little bit longer? There are upgrades available depending on the equipment you have. In this week's What's the Best Upgrade for an Older Machine, I talk about what things you can do to those old machines to lengthen their life a little bit and get a few more years out of them. And finally, have you ever had files come back from the dead? Seriously, have you ever had a file you thought was deleted come back and haunt you in some way? There are ways that deleted files can sometimes come back. For most of us, it's not that big an issue, but if it's something sensitive, if it's something important, then it's important you understand exactly how it can happen and what steps, if any, you can take to prevent it. There was no TEH podcast this week. Gary's off traveling, and to be honest, I'm not sure if it's going to happen next week either. It's turning into a bit of a busy summer for both of us. Finally, as always, thanks for watching. I'd of course appreciate it if you could hit the like button on this YouTube video. That actually does help askleo.com quite a bit. And if you're interested in helping further, consider becoming a patron at askleo.com/patron. Not only do you get access to exclusive content, but you'll get an ad-free experience when you visit askleo.com. As always, thank you for whatever support you have to offer. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again next week. Take care.